So, good evening, guys. I think we are live. So, first of all, welcome you all, guys. Thanks for joining this. I hope you all are very much excited about today's session. And I hope you all are here to learn about how to contribute to GSoC 2024. And I hope in this winter vacation, you guys must be learning some new skills. So, for example, I am learning Rust. And you guys will say that I am going for the hype run, that everyone is going to run Rust. So no, not like that. I am doing it for some purpose. So enough of me. I'm Mohammad Aman. I hope you all know me. I'm your blockchain lead in GDSC Heritage. So today's session is with Abhinav Bhaiya, who is a really passionate developer who is working in Rocket Chat, as you guys all know. And he's also been selected for the Google Summer of Code 2023. He has also built some cool stuffs like a esports website where esports enthusiasts can come and learn and see their thing, which has crossed around 1.5 lakh like registration and 7 million page views. So like it's a great achievement. So also Avinav Bhaiya is here, I guess. Yeah, he's here. So over
Hey
to you,
everyone.
Avinav. We are already late, so I can't go on. Yeah, please, please, you may proceed.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry, it's a little late, but it's really nice to be back to my college. You all know, right? I'm from Heritage. I passed out in 2023. Right. So before I start, uh, let me just share my screen. Yeah. Just a minute. I just want to share one window. Okay, not more than that. Right. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
visible.
So cool. So I would like to state few rules for my session. Like, don't take it very formally. You can just open your mic and talk to me anytime you feel like. And the first rule of open source, like, turn on your camera in every meet. Like, whenever I have a meet in Rocket Chat or in open source community in everywhere, just turn on your camera. It feels like I'm not talking to myself. Okay, just turn on your camera if you are comfortable. Okay, no one has turned on. I can see. Okay, let pass. So if you have any questions, just turn on your mic and you can ask me anything or drop in the chat. I will regularly keep checking the chats. Okay. So let's proceed. Um, thanks, Aman. You told everything about me, but I would like to tell about myself. I'm a mid full stack engineer Rocket Chat. It's like as2 in India. Generally, different countries have different ways of stating the levels. So I'm currently SG2 at Rocket Chat. Right after my college, I'm SG2. Sorry for that. And I have done Google Summer of Code with Rocket Chat itself. And before Rocket Chat, I was an intern at Emitter and ByteLearn, and as Aman said, I have founded 25 and the esportsweb.in. Not so good looking website, but it solved a lot of problems of esports enthusiasts. And I have been an active community member in Rocket Chat. And when I was in college, I was an active community member of GDSC. I was a tech lead there. So, you all know you have a credible person here who can talk about GSoC, right? Just tell in the chat. I stalked you on LinkedIn. Yeah, right. So let me tell you about my open source journey. So it started in 2022. I used to follow a senior, Ritik Bhaiya. He's also GSoC contributor, and he basically told me about GSoC open source. So I first joined Rocket Chat as a contributor, like you all are going to do in some organizations in GSoC, right? So and opened my PRs, made some contribution, attended meets and all. But I didn't apply for GSoC that year. I joined GSoC in 2023. Mm, during that time, it was a great learning curve for me, and I was very determined that I have to crack the GSoC right this year. It's the final year for me, and I have to crack the GSoC. And so yeah, it was a very great learning curve, and I upgraded my laptop that year, and I switched to Linux. Like Windows was not working fine for me, so it was a great learning curve during that year. And after GSoC, I kept on contributing to open source, like the project which I was working on in GSoC. I kept contributing it to it, and enhanced the project and released that project on npm. And yeah, my work came to limelight in Rocket Chat, and I was able to get a referral there. And um, going through different steps of interview, I was finally able to grab the position of mid full stack engineer at Rocket Chat. So that was all about my open source journey. What technical stack does Rocket Chat use? Yeah, Rocket Chat was basically built on Meteor in the first phase, but after that, Meteor is basically a, full stack framework that uses React, MongoDB, and Node.js. It's a full stack framework, not just for backend um, or front end. Both backend and front end are coupled in a single framework. So that was Meteor. But now Rocket Chat is trying to move away from Meteor, kind of decoupling the front end, back end, and creating all sorts of micro services. So that is Rocket Chat. Okay, for this one, I would like someone to open your mic and tell me what do you understand about what is the basic understanding that you have about Google Summer of Code. Anyone, or I will pick up a name. Ikam is there. Yeah.
Hi Abhinav Bhaiya.
Hi Ikam. It's great to meet you after a long time.
Yeah, finally. Um, what I know about Google Summer of Code is that there are these international organizations who have public repositories. They have all their works and codes on their GitHub, and they require contributors to continuously develop their product and all those. So they register in this Google Summer of Code program where different contributors like us can look at their code bases and try to contribute it, pick up a project idea for that season maybe, and make major contributions to the uh, project over a time period of 3 months or 6 months. And if the project passes the two checks, which are the midterm evaluation and the final evaluation, then stipend is provided from Google's side. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really great. You gave a better answer than I could have given. So just for the sake of explaining, I will explain that Google Summer of Code is basically a program organized by Google. Yeah, and at the beginning of the program, mentor organizations which have open source softwares apply for mentorship that they want to mentor this season for Google Summer of Code. And Google goes through the applications of mentor organizations, and they select 150 to 200 organizations, and they publish the list. And then comes the enthusiastic students like you, who go through the organizations and start contributing to their code base and apply for the project. So and then the organizations go through the proposals of the students, and they select a set of proposals and send them to Google that we want these kids for Google Summer of Code. And then Google, out of those proposals, Google selects either all or some or none. It all depends on Google, that these students have been selected for Google Summer of Code. And after the selections, basically the community bonding period starts, in which the mentors and the students get to know each other. And after those period, the official coding round starts, in which students code and with the mentorship of the organization finish the projects, and at the end get money for their work. Yeah, so it's a fairly simple program, but competition is high. I don't know, it shouldn't be very competitive in my mind, since open source is for all. So basically through this program, just wait a minute, मेरे हाथ में लो. Sorry guys. So through Google Summer of Code, Google wants to bring students or new open source newbies to the world of open source. Like open source gives you a lot of opportunity to make networks, to work on real projects, to work industrial standard projects. So it's a good initiative by Google to bring students and young developers and young open source young new software developers to open source world. So what's the next step? Yeah, I have decided that I want to apply for Google Summer of Code. So what's the next step? Yeah, it's finding orgs. Oh, can someone from the list tell me, what do you look for when you are searching through the organizations of Google Summer of Code? Someone?
Tech
Mm,
stacks
well,
Anyone of you?
tech
Bhaiya,
stacks
tech
tech
stack,
stack
tech stack.
or
Yeah,
and how much crowded it is.
Abhishek, you can go. Yeah,
Yeah, I will search for how much crowd is there, like any organization like uh, asyncAPI.com. There are lots of crowd. But if I try to search out any organization which have very less number of crowd, or some organization that is not yet been discovered, or any language, so yeah, so I can try to go for it.
yeah, that's a defensive mindset, but it works. Anyone else?
I like to see the consistency also. There are some orgs which participate like very randomly. So I look at their consistency, like how they have been participating, suppose since 2017 every year maybe. So that is one good point. Another is the tech stack familiarity. If I'm like 50% or more familiar with the orgs tech stack, then I will like to like slide into their community channels and see what are the current projects being talked about, what are the upcoming GSoC ideas, where can I contribute. And if I can, then I'll start to make small contributions and see how is the community over there also, like are they helping with you with my questions or the setups and everything. I'll look at that. And yeah, and the crowd also matters, like the some umbrella orgs, like maybe the Australian FOSS something, or all those, or cloud CNCF orgs, they have a lot of crowd maybe. So maybe just avoid the mainstreams and look for other orgs which are consistent but not so much crowded. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Ekam and Abhishek. Mm, mm, that is true, but I would give my point of view on these questions. Like when I am searching for an org, so the first thing I look for is yeah, that is correct, is my interest. Like those orgs should align with my interest, so that the motivation to contribute to their software comes from within me, right? Like I choose rocket chat I chose rocket chat because I was very much interested in web development or app development, basically application development or end user projects. So that drove me to select rocket chat. I had a few more organizations under my list, which was basically end user applications. So that was my interest. Suppose someone is very interested in ML or AI, they could opt for TensorFlow, or there may be other organizations, I don't know the name. So, and someone is interested in Linux, like they want to play with the kernel and all, they can opt for those orgs that are aligned with low level coding or Linux and all. So, and someone is very much interested in cloud, they can opt for CNCF. So the most important thing is your interest. If you want to get the most out of GSoC, basically, then your interest does matter. And yes, as Ikam said, that you should be familiar with the tech stack, at least 50% of the tech stack, or 20 to 35% of the tech stack. As other tech stacks, you can always learn on the go while contributing. Like when I was contributing to Rocket Chat in the pre-GSoC period, I didn't know everything about Rocket Chat. Yeah, in fact, the core repository of Rocket Chat was very large, and it was so overwhelming for me that when I was contributing in GSoC period, I didn't know everything. Like even now, as I'm uh, engineer at Rocket Chat, I don't know everything. So, but I was always learning on the go. So don't worry too much about the tech stack. You should be somewhat familiar, or anything which you can learn on the go. You can always learn on the go. So the third thing, sorry, the history. Like again, like Ikam said, that you need to look at how often that org is shortlisted by Google. Like some orgs which has a history of being selected for the SOC since 5 years, they have a higher chance to be selected for the sixth year also. So this is the most important thing.
भैया वॉइस लैग कर रहा है आपका.
Some internet issue. Please wait.
yeah, I'm back, guys.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a network outage for just a
Yes.
minute. Like the router takes some time to
No issues.
route. Yeah, cool.
It's okay, Bhaiya. You can continue. No problem.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, where was I? Like I was talking about the history, right? So you have to look at the history of that org, like how often they are getting shortlisted for the DSOC. If an org which has been shortlisted for like continuously for 5 years, it has a high chance that it will be shortlisted for the sixth year also. But it's not a golden rule, because when I attended the mentor session by Google, they told us that uh, sometimes they need to give break to an org so that they can introduce new org. they um, they want to organize, they want to include 10 to 20 new orgs every year. So for that, they give breaks to orgs now and then. So mm, it's not 100% that that org will be shortlisted again, but it is a high chance, right? So apart from that, the most important thing, like everything is most important, but this is the most important thing, that it has a very helpful community. Like when you join their community, the mentors are very eager to help you, like, and they have very good documentation. uh, the community is very active. When you post an issue in the come in the community channel, and there is often someone who replies you in replies to your issue. And the project is very active. When you comment on an issue on GitHub, someone from the org just responds back to you. So it's very important that the community is active, community is welcoming. But don't worry about that. The orgs which are selected in Google Summer of Code are very welcoming and active community. Yeah, Google select those orgs, so don't worry about that. So anyone have any question? Yeah, ask. Abhishek.
Abhinav, actually, I want to ask that how to decide it initially, or first how to up to how much time should I wait that my first PR get merged? It gets for example, I have contributed to async API in November, but till now my PR is not getting merged, and even they didn't respond to my message. But that PR was good. I have made a decent contribution for it. That their website was not responsive for certain part, so that's why I have made a perfect contribution. But even they did not respond to our message also. So up to how much time I have to wait for their uh, response, or should I switch to new organization, or what? I have made two or three different contributions into the same organization, async API website.
Yeah,
So
it should not happen, but there may be few reasons. First, see, sometimes even at Rocket Chat, or even in any organization, um, the PR made by a community member is not needed, right? Even though how amazing that PR is, it introduces a lot of features, but sometimes that PR is not needed, right? Like, so it's best that before making a huge PR or a substantial PR, you just talk with someone in the community so that you get to know that yeah, your PR is needed. And mm, so that your work doesn't go waste. And uh, what I was saying that yeah, if your PR is a bug fix, then definitely someone will look into it, because bug fixes are always welcomed. But if it's a feature PR that adds something to some features to the wrong, or to the code, then it might be the case that the org doesn't want those features. So before you work on a PR, do talk with the community member or the maintainers or the mentors, right?
yes, yes, sure, sure.
Sure. Yeah.
So one more question. That is the aggressive contribution is necessary, or a quality contribution is necessary for this? Means
See,
that if I try to
yeah.
make 5 to 6 contribution in a week, or in an interval of 2 weeks, or should I make only 2 or 3 contribution, but it should be a quality contribution that matters?
Yeah, definitely the quality matters. Like, the number is not important. How much you contribute. Like, sometimes we are human, mentors are human. They and you keep spamming PRs which don't add a lot of values, and you just keep spamming PR. It's good if that's a basic PR in your initial days, like you have just joined the community and you made a PR, basic PR, then it's fine. But if you keep on spamming PRs with very menial changes, then the it's gonna pose a negative impact of you on the mentor, right? So just don't spam PR. uh, uh, the number of PRs can be less, but if it adds value, then ultimately you are building your trust in front of the mentor, and it increases the chance of your selection, right? So make substantial PR, right? um I will take questions after some time. Like, let's move forward. So what's next? The next thing is, like, yeah, join the community. So I will show you that how to do that. Suppose, just tell me you can see my Google Chrome screen, right? Someone open your mic and say,
Yes, we are.
yeah, to see. So these are the organizations under 2022 program, right? And as I told you, so I like end user applications. So I will just click into end user applications. Here are the list of end user applications, or you can just search your stack like JavaScript. And we have, I won't click Rocket Chat since I obviously know how to do that. I will click Zoplin. Like I want to know about Zoplin. I will read about the org, and they have provided a link for contribution guidelines. So just click on it. Okay, it's not visible. Suppose I think they have deleted that. Okay, we can open their website, right? And somewhere in the website, you can always find their links for to their community. Like here, they have provided Twitter, and this one is feed. This one link Discord. Yeah. So you're gonna open the Discord channel server and introduce yourself in an appropriate channel, and try to find the persons that are active there, and communicate with them regarding that what are the fields which where you can contribute. In Sorry, in my case, when I joined Rocket Chat, I introduced myself, and someone from the mentor contacted me after seeing my introduction. Yeah, I included my achievements there. So that was in 22, but for GSoC 23, when I joined Rocket Chat channel, I contacted the mentors and asked them if there are any active projects where where I could help them. So they give me couple of repo links where active contribution was needed. So this was a chance for me where I could show my skill. So I started with very menial contributions. um, I forgot the second point. Yeah, just let not get with the flow. Yeah, dev environment and docs. Yeah. So after you have joined the community, you have to set up the dev environment for the project, and go through the docs. Why I say this is important to go through the docs, that uh, it helps you, it sets a path which tells you like which are the areas where you need to look at the code, because these organizations have a huge code base, and when you go through the docs, they are well structured. For example, in case of Rocket Chat, we have a number of projects like the core Rocket Chat platform, and the apps engine, and the Electron project, the React Native project. So if I don't go through the docs, I will be confused like where to start. Yeah, right. I have seen this, many new contributor asking, hey bhaiya, I am new to open source, I don't know where to start. So the best thing you can do is just go through the docs, and after you have set up the dev environment, don't just dive into coding. um, Play with the product, like explore the product, how it works, so what are the feature of the product. For example, I will show you, like this is Rocket Chat, right? So I will just explore what are the features. um, Clicking on this happens, mm, and all. So in this way you will make yourself familiar with the product, right? And there is one more thing that could be of benefit, that while exploring the application, you can find areas which you can improve, or you can encounter a bug. So bugs fixes are always welcome. So a plus point for finding a bug and fixing it. Let's move to the next point: contributing code. So to contribute code, you can always what are the benefits, how many benefits are going developers in Google? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but how many engineers are there in Google, and what tech stacks are they using? Sorry. So contributing code. Can someone from the list tell me that how you will start with the contributing code part? Someone.
Going through the issues First, try to solve the issue first.
Yeah, that is one. And apart from Abhishek, someone. Okay, there is a lot of silence. So, how can you contribute to the code? The first thing is, yeah, obviously going through the GitHub issues. And if you don't find any issues, you can always explore the code base, explore the application. You can encounter a bug. If you encounter a bug, then right after encountering the bug, just create a fix if you can find a fix, or you can raise an issue so that someone else can look into the issue, right? That is another point. And third, you can contribute to the documentation. So there are lots of ways to communicate to contribute, right? So it's not important that your first contribution should be a very substantial one. It has a lot of codes. I will show you my contributions that I made in Rocket Chat, right? So mm, yeah, I have created a search link for that. So these are the contributions that I made to Rocket Chat. I will go to the initials one. Yeah, look at the code. It's just a one liner. Since I was new to this project, so you can just start with a one liner code, or maybe it's readme fix or typo fix. Your initial contribution can be very minimal. Okay, but as the time passes, your contributions need to be substantials. It should improve both in code and both in quality. If you do so, the mentor will surely believe you that you are the guy who can solve problems, who can complete the project in time. So it will increase your credibility, right? So if I go to my other pull requests, like as the time changed, I started contributing in substantial manner. Like for this PR, uh, this PR introduced typing status to user. Like someone, if someone types in the chat, a typing status will be shown as in any other chat room, like Abhinav is typing, Sahil is typing, Single is typing. See, it has a lot of code, just like unlike the previous PR which I showed you. So my point is that you don't need to be very substantial right from the start. Start with menial changes, maybe documentation with typo fix or a one-liner bug fixes. Start with slow, and with time, increase the complexity of your contributions, right? And the next important thing is engaging with the community. Like if you keep on contributing, you are not engaging with the community. uh, the mentors may not notice you. And we as a community welcome people who are very engaging in the community. So if you keep on contributing, Shadam, do you have anything to share?
नहीं भैया.
Why are you so silent, yeah? Anyone? Rohit?
Yes, Bia. Any question about regarding open source?
Yeah, do you have any questions? Like this was supposed to be an ask me anything session, right? So I
Yeah.
hope you have your questions prepared and you can tell anything about you can speak anything like what do you have in mind?
So basically, one question that I have, according to my tech stack, like I know MERN and I know some of the stuff of DevOps. Like, so there are two or three orgs like Zulip and Rocket Chat, and there is one more. I'm forgetting the name. So should we try to aim for two orgs, or we should be focused to single org at a time? What should be the best approach?
Um, mm, that is a good question. Um, Basically, if you focus on two orgs, like your mind will be divided. So if you want to apply for two projects, you have two options. Either you create proposal for two org, each proposal for one org. So and the second option you have is that you create two proposal for a single org. So anyone can tell me what's the pros and cons of both of this approach? Like two proposal for two org, one for each, and the second one is two proposals for a single org. Ecom.
um Two proposals for two orgs means ki you have to be consistent in both the orgs, so you have to list like I have solved I have made these issues in this org A, and I have made this PRs in org A, I have made this issues in org B, PRs in org B. So suppose, means you we have a limited time, right? So if we are to contribute like noticeably in two orgs, so the contribution will be less. But if we are contributing to one org only and then making two proposals for that same organization, so my contribution list is more. The org admins already know me probably because I was active in the community chats. Suppose I am targeting two project ideas, so if one of them get cancelled for that GSoC, means it is not accepted, but maybe the other project gets accepted, so my like chances of getting selected in GSoC is not zero like that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That is correct. So I will try to answer in a mixed fashion. Like when I start in my initial days, I will try to target both orgs. Like suppose in January, uh, I want to contribute to Zulip as well as Rocket Chat. So I will join the community channel of the both of both the orgs and go through the code base of both the orgs and try to learn both the code bases, right? And try to make initial contributions. But as the time passes, I will stick to the one which is beneficial for me. So suppose for me it was Rocket Chat. So and every organizations have a huge code base. They are very they have a very good coding style. So it's a little complex for newbies. So if you are learning two things at a time, that can be troublesome. And if you're learning one complex thing at a time, put all your mind at one place, and after that you come up with two proposals. Definitely that is going to increase your chances of selection. Like for example, if I'm a mentor and I have Ikam and Abhishek, and there is project A and B, and Ikam has applied for both A and B, and Abhishek has applied for only A, and both are excellent. I want both of them. So as a mentor, what I will do is I will select Abhishek for A, and I will select Ikam for B. So in that way, I will have both the candidates with me, and I will send those proposals to Google. So according to me, you it's better that you have multiple projects for a single org. And definitely, obviously, in your initial days you can start with contributing to both the orgs, but as the time passes, you fix an org and put all your efforts into just one org and have multiple projects for that. Is that fine, Rohit?
Yeah, Bhaiya. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but sometimes contributing to two orgs simultaneously has worked for many, but it may not work for everyone, right?
Yes, Bhaiya.
But I have a question.
Yeah. Who is he?
Shada.
Shadab. Yes.
Let's assume we are trying to contribute in async API.
Mm.
We are go through the issues, and let's suppose someone is already work on the issue, and two three contribute managers are accepted, but it is waiting for final approval, and it's about 1 month and 15 to 20 days. Should I contribute in that issue or left?
Yeah. Mm, I will tell you what I do. I just create the PR and I just keep the PR, and my PR gets merged. Right. I know that shouldn't be done. Like, but what I have done in the past, that if a PR is if an issue is there for a longer amount, for a longer period of time, and it's inactive, no one is commenting, I just create the PR and ask for the review, right? So mm, you can do is that try contacting the try commenting that is your help needed there. Just leave a comment on the in the issue. If no one replies, create a PR and ask for review. Or you can use the community channel and ask the concerned maintainer or person, like, hey, look at this PR. This work has been pending for a long time. I have I have a issue. I have a solution for this issue. Can I work on this? Then he gives you a green signal. You can go. Most of the time, he will give you a green signal, and and if he tells you that someone else is already working on the issue, then probably it's good to not waste your time and look into some other issues, right?
Okay.
Okay.
भैया I have a question.
Yeah.
भैया वो
Tell me
G-Shock
Ashutosh,
से,
right?
हाँ, G-Shock से कितने टाइम पहले हम लोगों को मतलब प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर देनी चाहिए?
Preparation say, what do you mean?
मतलब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फाइंड करके कंट्रीब्यूशन स्टार्ट करना और कोड बेस वगैरह जितना भी आपने अभी जो बताया.
See, there are two kinds of students who are very good in tech, very good in coding. So basically, they will need a less time. And there are second types of student who are not very, they are good, but they don't have a lot of experience. So for them, if they start early, suppose there is Karan. There is no Karan in this chat, right? There is Karan. He's newbie in software, and he starts. He thinks that he should contribute to Rocket Chat for GSoC. So he should start a little early so that he gets familiar with the code base. Probably in his early days, he will create a very simple PRs for review, and as the time goes by, he improves himself. He learns new thing, and he improves himself on the go, right? So that will work for him. Like, definitely he will need more time, but someone like Ikam, he's very good in tech, and he's very good. Like, he quickly grasp a code base. He goes through a code once and he knows what is being done here. So he will need a less time, and in a less amount of time he will make large number of uh, large number of pull requests or large fixes. So both is okay, right? In my case, I was somewhat familiar with the projects going on, so in I just started to contribute I joined the community channel in January and started contributing in February. So in 1.5 to 2 months, I was on the top of the leaderboard. So that is because I had some experience with the Rocket Chat softwares, and yeah, I was able to grasp the code base very quickly. So I was able to find the solutions quickly and made PRs in quick number of successions, and they were good PRs. So it worked for me. But there were another contributors in Rocket Chat itself that joined in November, some in September. They learned slowly, they learned on the go, and they also got selected, right? So did I answer your question, Asutosh?
हाँ भैया.
So it is fine enough to start now for a person who
Yeah,
knows the things.
yeah, it's completely fine. The orgs list has not been announced yet,
Yeah.
so it's not late.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, let's talk about proposal making. How to propose? Sorry, not this proposal. This proposal. Yeah, I know that you guys are very good in this proposal making, right? But I'm not good in that. I'm good in this, so I will talk about this. The Okay, anyone from the list would like to describe what a good proposal should be like? Yes, Abhishek, you want to speak?
Yeah, it can have multiple components. Like a good proposal should have proper brief of what you will be going to do in the period of the workflow means and what you have contributed till now, so that you can have a better proof of work that you have decent amount of contribution till now. And also you have to mention that what are the things that you will improve in your website or any things you are going to make in the couple of 3 months or in the 2 months periods, so that they can know why they should pass your proposal to the Google. So they should know about that. It should have that, and it should be
Yeah,
in minimal length also, concise manner. Yeah, that
uh,
matters.
that is a good answer. And the first thing is, like, before you start on your proposal, you choose a project. So which project to choose? Um, when orgs are applying as a mentor for GSoC, they send a list of project ideas, and they can change those after dogs are announced by Google. So orgs has a list of project ideas, and if you select a project idea from those list, there's a high chance your proposal will be prioritized, because those are the things that are needed by the org, or the org wants those projects to be completed for this GSoC. Or there may be an internal thing that they wanted to complete, and GSoC was a good opportunity for them to get it completed in during this summer. So by the org, that's that's what I followed. If you start working on on something that the org doesn't want, then probably they will not shortlist your proposal for to send them to Google, right? So project selection is the most important thing, and the next thing is structure. I will share my proposal. Yeah. This was my proposal, which got me selected in GSoC 23. So it had components like project description and the goals and deliverables and implementation details, like how will I implement my goals and deliverables, like the technical aspects. I will show you the goals and deliverables. Like, mm, you don't need to be very descriptive in the goals and deliverables, but 1 or 2 line describing the goals would be sufficient. After that, the next thing is to have an implementation detail. Like for each goal, you should explain how you are going to achieve that goal. Like include images, includes the steps, include images, have diagrams, like have code snippets, like um, have the APIs that you are going to call, the responses you are going to receive, the payload you are going to send. Like if you include these things, the mentor will know that you are you know your thing. Like if I say that I'm going to implement OAuth 2.0 for this Rocket Chat, and I just write what is OAuth 2 and leave everything and move on to the next goal. So the mentor will not know that this guy knows his thing or not. And obviously the thing, your contributions will also come into play. um, but we are just talking about the proposals. So including these things will tell the mentor that you know your thing, you are good, you know what you are doing, and it will increase your chance at the end. And if you have a large code that you want to include, just create a gist, right? Create a gist and put the link here. You don't want to make your proposal too large. You can see that I have included uh, um, included diagrams and the code flow, logic flow for my goals and deliverables. Apart from that, implementations, always try to have a proof of concept, right? Like for each goal, I had a proof of concept, and I created a GitHub. I created a branch in my clone, and I pasted it link in every goal. Let me just find one. For example, this is HTML embed uncode. See, I included snippets, code snippets, how I'm going to achieve those things, and I also included somewhere, yeah, proof of concept. So you can see this points to the branch. This points to the branch which includes which has a proof of concept for this goal. So if you include POC for all your goals, there's a 90% of chance that 95, I say 95% of chance, or 100 even in some cases, that that the mentor will select your application, right? So try to have a POC for each goal. um, Apart from proof of concept, the next important thing is I keep on forgetting. Huh. Get constant feedbacks, right? Mm, when you are working on a proposal, keep sharing your proposal to your mentor. For example, when I was working on my proposal, I Siddharth was my mentor. I sent him my proposal, and he used to include. He was the guy who told me that you should include POC for this goals. I hadn't included POC for some of my goals, but he told me that if you include POC for this, then definitely you will get selected, because I need to back you as a mentor. He Any mentor wants his project to get selected, right? He wants, if he sees that there is a guy very talented, he's very contributing, he's very engaging in the community, the mentor himself wants you to get selected. So if you share your uh, proposal to him, he will give you feedback. Sometimes he may be critical in his feedbacks. Don't mind that. Don't be upset with it. Work on the feedbacks, and just not only share it with your mentors, share it with other mentors on the organizations. Share it with previous GSoC contributors. Like in my case, I shared it with my mentor Siddharth. I shared it with the GSoC admin of Rocket Chat. He is singly. I shared it with him. He was critical. He only told me that you are making your proposal very lengthy. It was something around 70 to 80 pages. So don't do that. Siddharth told me to include POC. Um, I don't remember other feedbacks, and I also shared it with Ritik Bhaiya. He told me about the structure. Like I didn't have had a timeline. Like, it's one of the other important thing. Like where is it? Yeah, work plan. How you're going to divide your weeks, and what are the kinds of mini milestones that you are targeting to complete in each week. Like you can see in my proposal that for each week I had I had included that these are the things that I plan to complete by this week. It's not a rule, but it's a rough estimate that you are calculating that how you are going to complete your projects. So it is also one of the most important thing. Include a concise timeline of the things you are going to do week by week, and uh, and yes, mm, yeah, include all your contributions in the proposal. For example, I included all the PRs that I created during the pre-GSoC period, all the open PRs, all the merged PRs, because in some orgs what they do is uh, um, the mentors is not the only guy who um, give points to your proposal. The proposal is selected by the org as a whole. So the mentor definitely backs your proposal, but ultimately your proposals is selected by everyone as a whole. So other person will also look at your proposal. So try to include all the contributions that you have made. Um, so these are the things which are important for a proposals. I will share my proposal link in the chat if you want to see it. Yep. Regarding proposal reviews, I had this doubt: should I share my proposal in the community? Yeah, Ikam is asking that regarding proposal reviews. I had this doubt: should I share my proposal in the common community channel? Won't others also? Yeah, I also had this doubt that like if I share my proposal in the community channel, other might look at this. So I would suggest you to share in private. Yeah, the mentor won't share your proposal to anyone. Trust him. But I think according to me, it will be better if you share in private channels, like find your mentor in LinkedIn, find your mentor in Twitter, or if there are ways to communicate privately to your mentor like emails or chat, use that, right? So I think I have speak a lot about proposal making. Let's move on to questions. Like we are having a Q&A right now, and if anyone is not answered right now, or they face a questions, they any questions come into the mind after this session, follow me on Twitter, right? Yeah, Ashutosh.
भैया आपने जो पीओसी शेयर किया था वो आपने हर एक गोल का अलग से एक मतलब रेपो बना के किया था कि आपने रॉकेट चैट का ही लेकर के उसमें वो ऐड करके फिर दिखाया था?
मैंने क्या किया था कि मेरा क्लोन था एम्बेडेड चैट का। तो मैंने अपने क्लोन में एक ब्रांच बनाया। उस ब्रांच में उस फीचर को इम्प्लीमेंट किया, उस ब्रांच को पुश किया, और सिर्फ उस ब्रांच का लिंक को उस पीओसी के का लिंक के लिए यूज किया। ठीक है, तो फॉर ईच फीचर्स दे वेर डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस ऑन माय क्लोन, ऑन माय फोर्क, सॉरी, ऑन माय फोर्क, राइट?
ओके भैया, थैंक
Hello.
भैया
Hello.
हेलो।
Before Abhishek there was one more guy,
हाँ,
I don't remember the
रितेश
name.
रितेश भैया।
Yeah.
हाँ हाँ भैया, मतलब ये पूछना था, ठीक है ना, जैसे कि आपने बोला कि नहीं आप इश्यूज देखते थे फिर उसका पीआर सबमिट कर देते। तो मेरा सवाल ये है कि जैसे मतलब कुछ कुछ इश्यूज होता है ना, जैसे आपने शुरुआत में इजी इजी इश्यूज पकड़ा, लेकिन कुछ कुछ कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता है, तो उसको फिर टैकल कैसे करेंगे? क्योंकि मतलब बहुत सारा ऐसा लगने लगता है जैसे तो ये तो मेरा आउट ऑफ स्कोप लग रहा है भाई, या फिर पूरा गजब लग रहा है, समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा। तो
Yeah. देखो क्या करना है कि पहले तो तुम इजी इजी कंट्रीब्यूशन से स्टार्ट करोगे, एंड व्हाट आई हैव टोल्ड is that you learn on the go, right? For example, in my case, with rocket chat, it was a huge code base. It was implemented in Meteor, so I started with the side projects. मैंने उसको इम्प्लीमेंट उसका स्मॉल स्मॉल इश्यूज फिक्स किया, बट पैरेलली आई वाज आल्सो लर्निंग मीटियोर, I was also learning about other things that were needed, and I was also exploring the code base. Like uh, फिर जब उसमें थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस आया तो उस एरिया में कंट्रीब्यूट किया. एंड समटाइम्स ये लगता है, फॉर एग्जांपल रॉकेट चैट में OAuth सपोर्ट था, बट I needed to include OAuth login with Rocket Chat in embedded chat. Yeah, right.
Yes.
So, but authentication का उतना अच्छा documentation embedded chat में Rocket Chat का नहीं था. They were basic like login with Google, login with Facebook था. But I needed to use OAuth in general, right? Any OAuth like GitHub, Twitter, LinkedIn, um, anyone, anything like. तो उसको यूज करना था, तो उसके लिए फिर मैंने क्या किया कि थोड़ा कोड पढ़ा. उसमें बहुत टाइम लगा, बहुत कभी कभी तो रात में बैठता था, सुबह हो जाता. तुम लोग को ये नहीं करना है. तो वो भी फेस आया, लेकिन जब वो चीज को क्रैक कर लिया ना, अरे ये तो हो गया, तो उसके बाद वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज था. उससे फिर और कॉन्फिडेंस आता है. तो you will be stuck in some places, and if you are stuck, reach out to your mentor, reach out in the community, ask in the community. Maybe you are missing a few points that the community will answer, and you will just catch it and move on with your task, right? So that is why I said be active in the community, ask your questions, and sometimes, and a lot of times, you have to learn on the go while you are contributing. even
Okay,
for
bhai.
an even for an issue, like for an issue, you can learn on the internet, spot it, and then contribute to that issue, right?
Okay, thank you, भैया.
Yeah. Abhishek, you are next.
हेलो. हाँ. अभिनव, वो जो लिस्ट है, लिस्ट ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स, वेयर शुड आई गेट इट? मतलब वो पता कहाँ पे चलता है कि वो लिस्ट ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट जिस पे बोले ना कि हम लोग को सबसे पहले उसी को ट्राई करना चाहिए कि अगर उनमें से कोई प्रोजेक्ट अगर हम अपना प्रपोजल पे करते हैं तो ज्यादा बढ़िया रहेगा. तो वो
Yeah,
प्रोजेक्ट, हाँ, वो
let
कहाँ
me
से
show you,
मिलता है?
let me show you. Suppose इसको चेंज करता हूँ, 23 करता हूँ. So these are the orgs. Suppose I want to contribute to mm, Drupal, right? They will provide a link with views ideas list. Just open it, you will find all the ideas list. Like they had few, 1 2 3 4 5. Just open one and read about it. They see, the communication is also going on here about the idea, and they have included in very structured way what they want for this project. The project is helping Drupal 10 adoption the project successfully. If the mentee achieves 10 new compatible modules contribute. And if and apart from the descriptions, also talk about mentor that I am interested in this project idea. Like can you explain um, in detail like what are the goals and deliverables should be of this project ideas. And remember that when you ask these questions, ask in public channel, because as a mentor, if someone asks me privately and 10 students ask me privately, I have to answer the same things, same thing, I have to type the same thing 10 times. So if you ask in a public channel, there's plus point is that I will think you are a very community pro guy. And the second thing is that it will also save the time of the mentor, like, right? So always communicate in public channel. uh, your priority should be to communicate in public channel, and if there is something that it has to be taken to private mode, then you can do that. So back to project ideas, you can always find the project ideas in the GSoC website. So this was for Drupal, and let's open GitLab. Yeah, they also have a list. Like every org will have a list of project ideas. I think they have updated it. So no problem. I think they have archived the current link, but when the list is when the org list is published for 2024, every org will have a link for the product for the ideas list. And when you find the ideas list, talk about those ideas in detail in public channels, like any doubt you had, any doubt you encounter. For example, in my case, there was one goals and deliverables of OAuth implementation. uh, like I used to ask in public about those things, and other contributions were also benefited with my communications, but it didn't harm me. Remember that GSoC is not a competition, but well, it is a competition, but the main goal of GSoC is not to create a competition, right? So if you help anyone, ultimately that is the soul of open source, to help each other and make great projects. Yep. uh, Shadab,
Okay, okay.
you can ask. Yeah. Thanks, Abhishek. Shadab, can you ask?
भैया जैसे ये पूछा था कि जैसे कोई भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एक प्रोजेक्ट में काम कर रहा हूँ, तो लेट सपोज मेरा पीआर चार पीआर मर्ज हो चुका है और किसी और का भी है 5-6 चल रहा है, मतलब कि फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड चल रहा है या थर्ड चल रहा है, तो क्या करना चाहिए? उसमें कंट्रीब्यूशन करते रहना चाहिए कि ड्रॉप कर देना चाहिए?
Like I missed, sorry, I missed your question. Like, can you repeat?
ओके। भैया जैसे किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के किसी एक प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहा हूँ, जैसे आपने बोला रॉकेट चेन में काम कर रहा हूँ, तो वहाँ पे लीडर बोर्ड पे कोई टॉप पर है 5-6 पीआर पे, और मैं भी हूँ लेकिन मेरा 3 या 2 है, तो क्या मुझे उसमें करना चाहिए आगे कंट्रीब्यूट, की छोड़ के दूसरे इसमें स्विच कर जाना चाहिए?
See, uh, mm, in my time, I was selected. I was on the top, and Palani was also there. He had just see pull request got merged. Like anyone will, if they see the list, they will think that Palani has contributed very less, but that is superficial thing. But he contributed even more than me, because I used to join the community meetings. They organized meetings every now and then, and he was the guy. He was working on a lot of great things, and he was working from from summer, like from summer of 2023 and 2022, if I'm not wrong, from those time. So he was working for 6 months, and he has just three mm, three pull requests got merged in rocket chat org, but he was also creating something in his own repository, right? In his own account. So and he was showing those work to the mentors, right? So it is not the rule that we have that you need to be on the top of the list to get selected. And just and to add, rocket chat has for each year we have around 8 to 10 projects, 8 to 10 or 12 projects got to be selected in GSoC. Yeah, rocket chat has those numbers around 8, 10, 12 every year. So large orgs have larger number of projects that get selected, and small orgs have 1, 2, 3. So if you are applying in a large org, don't worry, because obviously if a lots of yeah after this we will have a last question. So um, I will complete my answer that if you're contributing to a large org, then larger number of and large org, and a lot of proposals are submitted through that org. A lot of students or contributors are have applied for that org. Then Google will assign larger number of projects to those. I think that's what happened. And if smaller number of students apply for an org, then less number of projects get selected for that org. And we are almost out of time. It has been 1.5 hours. So I will take the last question from anyone.
Yes, yes. Can I? Abhinav?
Abhishek,
So,
Abhishek, you contact me on Twitter. You have asked a lot of questions.
sure,
If
sure.
no one apart from you asks, then you can ask anyone apart from Abhishek.
भैया एक मेरा
Sadab ask.
भैया ये पूछा, जैसे रॉकेट चैट का बोलते हैं, जैसे एक gsoc.dev साइट है, वहां जाके मुझे प्रोजेक्ट दिख रहे हैं, तो जैसे कोई भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो मतलब कि इनकंसिस्टेंट है, आ रही है 2 साल, आ रही है 2 साल, नहीं भी आ रही, 1 साल नहीं भी आ रही, तो क्या करना चाहिए? छोड़ना चाहिए कि रहना चाहिए?
Because if you
और
contribute, हाँ बोलो.
और एज ए मंथ टेक्निक्स जैसे होके तो कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आप रिकमेंड कर सकते
I cannot recommend orgs, since I am associated with an org right now. And this is a live channel. So,
हैं?
uh,
पर्सनली आपसे
but
कर लीजिए.
choose, like, if you contribute to a org that is inconsistent, don't worry, but the experience is going to benefit you, right? Like, if you are contributing to an org A for about 3 months, you are obviously you will learn a lot of things and you will gain experiences. um, you will get experiences. And if unluckily that org is not selected in the for GSoC, then you can what you can do is go through the list and choose an org, second best org according to you, and start contributing. And I think that if you have some experiences with open source, if you have gained that couple of months of experience, that is also that will benefit you, and you will quickly mm, get hang of that new org, right? So even after the announcement of GSoC of the orgs, like in Feb, you still have some time, like a month or so, like one month or 2 month, 1 month or 1.5 month. I don't remember the exact date. You have some timeline left with you. And I would like to add one thing, like Google has said that they will be welcoming more AI and ML programs. Is it not so that even org is AI or ML, they will just select it? They will only select, a person from Google has told me that they will only select those org which are good. It's not yeah, but many orgs will try to include AI projects into their ideas list. I hope this time. Right. Any more questions? Ritesh, Mimansha, Muskan,
भैया वो
Pawan.
पूछ रहे थे ना, मतलब आप जैसे एक कम्युनिटी चैनल दिखा के जहाँ पर बातचीत हो रहा है, तो मतलब हमको वही पूछना था कि नहीं कहाँ, मतलब डायरेक्ट ट्विटर में देखेंगे और फिर वही सब लिंक्डइन में पता चलेगा, या फिर कोई और उन लोग का पर्सनली कोई वेबसाइट होता है?
लाइक रॉकेट चैट का तो अपना रॉकेट चैट था, किसी का डिस्कॉर्ड रहेगा, किसी का मेलिंग लिस्ट रहेगा। एक 3-4 कम्युनिटी प्रेजेंस रहता है। पहला वो उनको प्रायोरिटी दो जिनमें तुम बात कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली, ठीक है? तो फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस दो, अगर उनका स्लैक है या उनका रॉकेट चैट है या उनका डिस्कॉर्ड है, उसको दो। वो नहीं है तो फिर फोरम्स में जाओ, वो नहीं है तो फिर लिंक्डइन में, ट्विटर या किसी पे भी उनके मेंटर को कांटेक्ट करके कोड स्टार्ट करना करो। ऑब्वियसली अगर तुम कुछ टाइम कोड कंट्रीब्यूट करके मेंटर से बात करते रहोगे, तो वो अगर उनका कुछ प्राइवेट कम्युनिटी होगा तो वो उन पे तुमको ऐड कर देंगे, ठीक है? दिस वाज द लास्ट क्वेश्चन। आई होप यू लाइक्ड what we just um, what we just discussed. And thanks to everyone from the GDSC heritage team for having me here. It was great talking with you, everyone. Like I would hand it to
Great talking
someone
with you.
from GDSC can talk over the mic.
Thank you, Bhaiya, for a wonderful session. So I would like to briefly summarize whatever you have taught, like from my point of view. Like first of all, you have started from how to select an organization based on the interest that you have. That it should align with the organization rather than the crowd that is there. And secondly, you said that we have to match 20 to 30% of the tech stacks that we have, like we already know. Also, the consistency of the organization and the active community around it. And then we move on to learn about how to contribute, like after selecting an organization, how to contribute in that. So there you should also ask the community whether they need our PR or a feature that we are trying to implement. First of all, we should ask rather than wasting time and like giving all of our effort in solving their problem. So we should first of all know that our whatever feature we are trying to like build, it should help them and should align with their goal, like that you said. And then we have to like set up the code base and then read their docs, like which product, which area is needs improvement and they are thinking for an improvement. And then we should explore more about their product and also see from a customer perspective, like what are the improvement they need in their application. Whether they can, it can be a very minimal error in their code base, or like feature wise we can do anything like raising an issue to giving a PR. Also, you said do's and don'ts, like be an interactive and engaged person in the community who asks questions and who helps others as well who are not able to ask proper doubts. So that's also a good thing to have. And also, we should also interact with the mentor. And the last thing that you told was the proposal making, and you also demonstrated how you made your own proposal. And then you told us that. So what I learned that in the process of making a proposal, we should think from the mentor's perspective what he wants in a candidate, rather than thinking from the candidate's perspective.
Yeah, both
Like
both ways,
as a
both
mentor,
ways, both
yeah,
ways.
yeah, both ways. Yeah, sorry. So from the mentor's perspective, his goal is to find a candidate who can make things happen and has a clear vision that aligns with their organization. Also, he has some like executable, like he knows how to do it, and like proof of concept that you said, and also has done a minimum number of contributions as well. He's not just speaking; he also has proof of work to back with. And also, you said that in your proposal, we should have some code snippets, like how we will do in our own branch, like we can do that. And after that, what are the features we are going to implement? This you said, and also we can estimated timeline. We can show that in this week of this month we will going to do this and that. So that's a very good thing. And lastly, you solved all the doubts. So I hope I summarized it correctly, or you would like to add something as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Thanks, Saman. I think that
yeah.
you get a very good CGPA in college. Like
No, 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 no.
just looking at 1 hour 1 hour session, you remembered everything. I
No,
hope.
no, not like that.
Cool.
Just I was also curious because I have never done any contribution in GSoC so far, so I was also excited for this session. So I was actually learning this towards this session. So I joined this session in order to learn, not as a host. That's a different thing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks a
Cool.
lot, Bhaiya, for sharing
Yeah.
lots of insights about your field. And I know that people are also got benefited from your experience, and they also asked their doubt as well. So before ending this session, I would like to hand over to Divyanshu. He has something. Divyanshu is our lead at Heritage GDS, and he would like to announce some future event thing. So Divyanshu, are you there? Uh, he may be offline or what. Divyanshu, yeah. So yeah. So we are at the end of the session. So you guys may leave now. So the session is over. Bye bye. See you in the next one.
Bye bye.